Hey guys, it's Maddie and I'm back here in the AFI DIY lab to show you guys how to make a fun, colorful candle. This method produces a tie-dye effect which makes for some really unique candles because no two are alike. It's surprisingly easy, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon. I'm gonna wait. We've done both? Alright, awesome. So now we can get started with the fun part. You can make a bunch of different candle types with this design, but I'll be making votives today in this video. I'm going to prepare my molds by placing the wicks inside of these with some sticker tabs here. And when they're ready to go, we can slide these over and we'll come back to them later. Now that those are prepped, I'm going to move on to melting our wax. I'm going to grab a hot plate, my wax, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm just going to place this on here on our eye, and then I'm going to grab my wax. And I'm just going to drop it right in. So I'm using IGI 4625, which is perfect for votive, so I'm going to let this fully melt, and then we can add in our fragrance. While the wax is still melting, I'm going to multitask. And I'm going to go ahead and put these on our wicks, so when we pour it in, our wicks don't fall from side to side and it helps keep it straight up. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to go grab my wax real quick. We're going to add in our fragrance and then we get to pour. Alrighty, I have my wax nice and melted right here, so now we get to add in our fragrance. AFI has thousands of fragrances to choose from, so don't be afraid, try something new, I'm sure you'll love it. And today I decided to go with something new. It's Shimmering Sage Leaf. So relaxing. And so I went ahead and I pre-measured this before this video, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump it in. And I'm going to give it a quick stir. Alrighty, now that that is nice and mixed together, I'm just going to check the temperature. Alrighty, now you get to pour. We're just going to pour like so. Beautiful. A little bit more. I did it! Alrighty, so now all that's left to do, we have to let these bad boys cool, so I'll come back to you guys when these are nice and processed. Alrighty, I am back with my candles. Now, they don't take as long to harden just because they are smaller, so they only need a couple of hours. But be sure not to try to speed up the process by putting them in the freezer. That can negatively impact on how well the candles burn, and we don't want that. You want to enjoy the longevity of your candles. So I'm just going to remove this. Rub it in between my hands for a little bit, just to give a little bit of love, if you will. And then we're going to remove these bad boys from our molds. Whoa, very nice. Oh, I did it. All right, so we're going to set these off to the side. Alrighty, now that we have our candles removed from our molds, don't be too quick to go ahead and trim your wicks. You'll want to save them because they do come in handy later. So you're just going to pour a pot with water in it and put it on your hot plate. So let me do that really quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm just going to pop this on our eye and then turn our eye on. Just like on a lower temperature, not too hot. So what we're going to do, we need this water warm enough to melt the candle wax blocks, but not so hot enough to boil. So we want to go for about 150 degrees or so. So make sure to have a thermometer. This is the one I use, and just to keep a close eye on the rising temperature so it doesn't get too hot. Go ahead and grab your dye blocks and go ahead and break them up. You can use a knife, you can use the back of a spoon, anything to break them up. I've done that like so here, if you can already tell. And of course, it helps prevent any mess if you put it into a Ziploc baggie just like this. All right, our temperature is at 148. Set this off to the side. I'm gonna grab a tray to put our candles on after we dip them. And so what you're gonna do, you're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of your dye blocks into the water. I'm gonna break up any of the chunks here. All right, beautiful. Y'all can get a little sneak peek of it. Can you tell the green? All right, I'm gonna set this off to the side. Then you're gonna take your candle, just dip it in like so, give it a little twist, and then pull it right out, so. And look at the beauty. I'm gonna do it one more time. My little swirly swirl. Just like that. And if you decide you want to do a multicolor combination, go for it. I feel like it'd be really cool to look at. And this one has a little bit more coverage, and that's okay, but I think she's really pretty. Alrighty, so for our last step is simply to trim the wicks. So I'm gonna grab my scissors right here, and you're gonna trim to 1/4 of an inch. For how pretty these babies are, they only cost us about 50 cents to make. Each one can be sold wholesale for around $1 and retail for up to $5. Check out our candle DIY and our project playlist for more ideas to add to your line. As always, thank you so much for joining me in the lab today. I'm Maddie, and I hope to see you guys again really, really soon. Bye!